Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nutubego. I am so happy to be doing this again.
I need to show you something.
This guy.
Wait, don't stop. Wait. I'm sorry.
It's been a while. I have a few reasons. Well, I have reasons why. Sorry. Firstly, the reasons were that I got ill, man. I thought I had cancer and I had surgery, and that was kind of like one of the reasons why I took like a break, an unplanned break, because prior to that I had told myself, Uti, I'm gonna work on my consistency, and then the doctor told me that I have abnormal cells in my cervix and that's cancerous, and then I was just thrown in this pit. And then I thought I had cancer, and before I knew it I was in surgery and theater. My was cut open, and yes.
What was cut open? Okay. Is this normal, like sharing so much on YouTube?
These are my people. And then
Tribe. And sorry, Tribe. I'm new to this.
I didn't say they were tribe. After that, God being God, I got a new job. So straight after recovering from surgery and making sense of everything that happened so quickly, I got a new job. Still in the bank, same bank, just a little different,
elevating.
Different location, different role, different everything. So I think I was just thrown into a whirlwind of things.
Okay.
It was an emotional drainage with the whole thinking I'm gonna die. And then
was that hectic?
For me, it was, I really did.
Oh, really?
Because for some reason, in my head, cancer and asthma are one of the things, even when I was growing up, when I would think about them, this is rude. I don't want to see your video, can you just be here?
Funny. It's about this whole vibe.
But why must we look at a video of
funny.
the same vibe?
It's funny.
Okay.
It sets the tone.
I was thrown.
Okay, sorry.
I was thrown into a whirlwind of things. One hand, I thought I was dying.
Okay.
Because I've got cancer, and it was just like my world was ending. And then while recovering from that, I got a job.
Oh snap! Wow. Okay.
God's awesome, you know.
How soon after the Shandis did you get the job? You had already gone for the interview before you went.
No.
Oh, okay. So
it happened very, very quickly. Yeah. I had the
vibes.
surgery on the 9th of September. So I would say the 2 weeks from that day was recovery. The interview was on the 14th of September.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Then I got the call that I got the job because I think a week after that.
Okay.
That I got the job. That I think I did have a conversation with you that September was just like, you know, because I really thought I was gonna die.
I thought I was gonna die.
No, I didn't do that.
Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm gonna die, Tribe. Sorry, Tribe, sorry.
Who said they called tribe though?
Aren't they? What are they? What are the people that view?
No, we don't have a name yet. Maybe we can just use tribe.
Share, like.
Yes, guys, please
don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow.
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment. Yes, leave a comment.
By the way, this is Tim Gosi.
What's up?
This is Tim Gosi.
Yeah.
He is. What are you?
I'm a human being, first and foremost.
Duh.
Start there.
He's a very good friend of mine, and I'm very happy to have him here.
Yep.
Yeah, that was just me bringing you guys up to speed. I know that this is bad, that you start something and not really see it through. I am seeing it through. It's just that life is just, I'm allowing life to do what life needs to do to me. Stop looking for the video.
That video is funny. It's hilarious.
But we're not supposed to be.
It's so relevant. Oh, YouTube, you don't.
You do. Stop being silly. I'm back. Everything is kind of back to normal. I have adjusted quite well. I am adjusting quite well in my new role. It's been 2 weeks. Yes, and I'm enjoying it very much.
The new job?
Yes.
Okay.
It's very different from what I'm used to, very different from what I was doing. So I feel like an adult. I feel accomplished. I feel like God's time is really God's time. God's timing is really...
Man, I'm sorry. I know I'm breaking rules here, but I need to play this video. Can I play it to the screen? It's YouTube couples be like. You've seen this? It's exactly. Can I play it? I'm sorry. You can edit this out if it's not nice.
Yeah.
That's
Anyway, before we were rudely interrupted, the reason why I brought Temba here is that I actually wanted us to do this video. My interest has always been, well, firstly, how black people are towards mental health. Are we getting used to it? How's the communication around it in our families, with the people? Do we really understand what it is? But more than that, over the years, I've really gotten very interested when it comes to males, guys, and mental health. Because for me, mental health has a lot to do with how you feel. And guys struggle with talking about how they feel. I don't know if it's all of you guys, but from my experience,
a lot of guys
struggle with expressing themselves. So I wanted us to have a conversation, because we've had conversations about mental health, talking about feelings, talking about like openly, and you know, and it was very interesting for me to find somebody that's as open-minded about the subject, not only from a general point of view, but also from a personal point of view. You know, to find somebody that's not shying away from saying, "Hey, bro, it's a real," you know, that's
right.
Who right? Namhlanje?
No, right.
No.
No, man.
I know.
I'm on.
So tell me, what's your thing
with mental health?
Like when you first heard of the whole mental health thing?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
No, actually, I don't.
You don't? What's your recollection when you first paid attention to it?
I think maybe it's. That's a tough question.
Try to think.
I'm trying to remember.
Okay.
No, I honestly think it's probably in the recent years. Maybe I'd say probably started really paying close attention to it. Maybe about, I'd say maybe 6 years ago.
Okay.
Somewhere there. The way you realize that okay, people have problems, and this is not just I'm having a bad day, or I'm feeling sad, or I'm just not in a good mood. Nabantu that actually have problems in terms of their.
So was when you sorry, was it you understanding that there's emotional, there's spiritual, there's different parts to a human being, or it was just a matter of saying there's more than just having a sad day, it's something deeper? I don't, the distinction between understanding that there's a sad day and there's something deeper, and also understanding that the human makeup, there's physical health, then there's mental health. Was there a distinction, or you just got a revelation or whatever that actually people do go through stuff? And I'm trying to get to a place where you make me understand your discovery of mental health. Was it that specific mental health?
Where it just dawned on me, and I was able to piece all the puzzle, put all the pieces of the puzzle together.
But also, so there's physical health. This is headaches and whatever, and then there's mental health, like another part of being ill, but I can't see it, type of thing.
Yeah, I think my exposure has been on the in the spiritual sense.
Okay.
So, is there a difference with spiritual mental health? Spiritual health.
I'd love to think so.
Okay, so for me, that's really where my exposure has been. So I've kind of been exposed to the spiritual element of well-being your mood. So I think I only started realizing that there's a whole mental aspect to it. Like I said, maybe in recent years, maybe even 5 years ago. That's where I started realizing that, okay, there are people who actually have struggles, just mental. It's not to do with your physical nature. I thought it was all intertwined, actually. So I thought it all kind of correlates. So,
in what sense?
So, for example, if you're not feeling well, you're feeling like, just go running, for example.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, and that will cure everything.
Helps. Not say it'll cure, but I mean it helps you feel better.
But
you know?
It does.
When you look good, you feel good. That type of thing.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So your physical well-being contributes to your mental well-being.
But
that was my little, and mind you, I'm no mental health expert, so
neither
I don't.
am I.
Yeah, but I mean, you've got the tribe, so I don't have the tribe. I'm just new to this whole thing, this whole world of understanding. Which as black people, there's actually.
And as a people.
This thing as a people, I guess. But I mean, as a black, I speak as a black person. So white people have been on this wave for a while, you know. So for me, I'm starting to put the pieces to the puzzle together. Like, oh, okay, that's why white people are so big on taking a break. They go on holidays. They do this. They do
there's
that.
Therapy,
You know.
There's talking about it.
Yeah, they do
the
all
whole
these things.
talk
So
about it is a thing, and.
So I realized that, oh, okay, land back to maintaining, keeping the engine, you know, serviced here. So, I'm forgetting your original question now.
It's fine. Do you understand that there's a difference between mental health and mental illness?
Is it not more or less similar?
No.
Is mental illness not when you mentally
what is that?
mentally unstable?
That's the thing, though.
No, but mental health is mental health not maintaining your mental health.
Like how you maintain your physical health.
Yes,
And then there's diagnostic illnesses like physical ailments
where no physical actions or
whatever
work
you do
will make a difference in terms of
you need
your
to really
health.
like go for medication.
So it's a clinical thing now.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's
I
the
understand in that
difference.
sense. Yes.
There's
okay.
we all have mental health.
I just don't know how to put it together.
Yeah. We all have mental health as people.
Yeah.
But not everyone has a mental illness. You and I both have mental health. I have a mental illness because I'm diagnosed. I don't know if you have a mental illness because you have not been diagnosed. You understand?
Okay.
Maybe you have, but
I don't.
You don't?
Not that I know of.
How did you come to be the kind of guy that's not afraid of talking about how they feel?
I think that's just how I am as a human being.
You've always been like that?
Yeah, I've always kind of been.
Like I'm sad. Like you don't.
I'm not gonna post on Facebook. I'm sad.
Why?
I'm not that kind of guy. No, why?
Okay, I'm joking, but
no, I'm not gonna post it on Facebook. But in terms of recognizing it, to express.
Recognizing it is big, and I admire that about you and all the other people that are like that. But my thing is, you don't have a problem talking about how you feel, even if it's not necessarily negative stuff. Like anything, you know, guys have a problem expressing and like how I would just go on and on and on and on about how I feel about this, how this. You are just free with your feelings. You don't have any barriers. I don't know if it's dependent on the person that you were talking to, but from what I've gathered, you're just that person.
Yeah, I think I am. However, I must say, I've come to realize that even with looking at myself, I am not as free and comfortable to express myself around guys as I would be expressing myself around females.
Why is that?
I think just maybe it comes back to the end of the day, guys don't really, we don't really vibe on that level.
Why?
So
does it make you?
So not to say I don't do that with any guy. So it'd be like close, like really close people. I'd be like, hey,
like your brothers and stuff.
Hey, as I'm feeling. But I think the challenge becomes you as a human being. You want to be understood, right?
Yeah.
Generally, that's as human. We just want to be understood, right? So,
I think it's like one of the deepest desires as human beings to feel understood and heard. And you know, when you're talking to a wall, like somebody's hearing what you're saying.
That's now the challenge when it comes to talking to guys, because we're talking about things that are more or less foreign to some guys. Then there are feelings and it's a.
Why is that though? Why do you think it's a foreign thing for guys?
What, recognizing their feelings or expressing them?
Expressing, talking about it. Does it make you guys feel weak?
Yeah, I think
Do you associate talking about feelings with weakness?
I would say so.
But how is talking
I would
about
say
your
so.
feelings make you weak?
Because we're the lions, kings of the jungle. You know, we're the alpha males. So we're the hunters. We're the leaders. We're the frontliners who've got everything together. So if
No,
you
but you don't.
yeah, we don't. But I'm saying in terms of society and what's expected of a man.
Why do guys associate talking about how they feel, what they're going through with weakness?
With being weak.
Yeah.
I think it also, I'm not entirely sure, but one of the things that come to mind is the fact that a lot of us growing up don't come from homes where fathers express their feelings.
How they felt.
Yeah, I don't know how my dad feels about anything.
You don't?
I know he loves me. I know
Has he ever told you though that he loves you?
Yeah.
Like straight up?
Like a by the way type of thing.
No, but like...
No, he's not going to say, son, I love you.
Why not?
No. We don't come from that home. Sorry. But I know he loves me though.
But do you know...
But I know, so what I'm saying is, feelings for men, in terms of my upbringing, have been a thing where you recognize it, you recognize how a person feels, but it's like that saying that what's understood doesn't need to be said, you know? So I would see and I would recognize and identify how a person feels, but they wouldn't really
say it.
Yeah, they wouldn't really.
Do you think it
vocalize
makes a difference?
It definitely makes a difference. I mean, you want that that validation, that reassurance, that stamp, to say I love you, or this is how I feel. I'm proud of you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You
how a
want
person feels about you,
that
how you feel, all your feelings being heard, understood, and so you think that.
So I don't come from a home, and I think I speak for a lot of guys, and it's not, for me it's normal. Nothing is abnormal here, you know.
But is it normal?
To what? To come from a home where...
No, to not have an environment that allows for men to freely speak about their feelings and not have it be deemed as weakness.
It depends on what setting.
Okay.
Who's there and who are you talking about? In a home where there's no...
In life.
So here's the thing, right? As human beings, we don't grow up knowing wrong and right. We inherit that based on the upbringing yet. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what's wrong and what's right is whatever I am shown.
Yeah.
It's okay, this is wrong, this is right. It's only when I become my own human being in my maybe say 20s, 30s, where I'm like, actually, this was wrong. You understand? So that's why I say, for me, I never saw any issue with I didn't even identify or recognize until now in recent years. Maybe in the last 6.
So would you say
years.
like right now you think, know, and believe that not having an environment that allows you to talk about how you feel, what you're going through, is wrong?
It is wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely wrong.
So
I feel as well, we need to give context as well.
Okay,
because times have changed. I feel back in those times, it wasn't okay, but I understand the fact that it wasn't. Looking at history, because as well, it's not to say, I don't want us to paint the picture that especially black men, or black fathers were just not loving and didn't express their feelings. A lot of them didn't.
They channeled it differently.
It's because of what I'm trying to say is we need to understand the why in terms of things, not just look and judge based on the action.
Okay.
Oh, he didn't tell me. Excuse me. He didn't tell me he loved me. Let's understand why.
Why?
I feel it's just the history and the backgrounds that we come from. History too. I think we don't really come from that space where you had that room to do that and recognize that. For example, I don't want to make things personal now.
No,
talk
fine.
about my family history and all that. No. My dad didn't grow up with his father.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So now there are things that he might do where he might be limited in his ability to
and no reference
to execute that like a top-notch dad. You know what I'm saying? But I understand now being a father myself, was, oh, you know what? I understand. Utubaba, he felt this way, but he just maybe never really said it. And it's probably because he doesn't come from, you know what I'm saying? I tell my dad that I love him. I've told my dad, I've given my dad a hug, and even though I can see he's a bit uncomfortable, but I'll still initiate that because, you know, it's progression. So I think we are headed in the right direction. I think it's wrong for us to make it an issue of men don't express their feelings and men.
They don't though.
However, we need to also look at where we
Why?
come from, why, how it's affected us now, and where we are now, where we are going. Let's look at the whole spectrum
enough,
as
yeah,
opposed to
yeah.
just judging the just the event alone, because then we're not really making a difference in terms of
the change and
we're
how
not
effective
really-
it's going to be. And
how
I
are we
think if
growing
we
if we
dwell
just-
and if we dwell on how it was, how it's been, it limits time. It takes away from getting better. So
Yeah.
we
Okay.
I think I'm hearing what you're saying, that
yeah.
the reasons why my dad's different.
Okay.
My dad.
What's your dad like?
My dad tells me he loves me. My dad calls me on a random day to ask
Does
how
he
I'm
tell
doing.
your brothers he loves them?
Okay, that's a different conversation. That's
Okay.
an interesting conversation,
Yeah.
a very interesting question.
You should
don't-
ask him.
I should, hey? I should ask my brothers as well.
Mm.
But my dad, from what I know Mdlalosi to be, my father is a very expressive man.
Okay.
He's someone that talks.
Okay.
He's a very flawed man, but also one of the best human beings I've ever gotten to know. You know, he's he's the best human being in my books. And well,
That's great for a daughter to be able to say that about his father.
yeah,
Perfect.
you know, my father. It would be very interesting to have a conversation with him about how he relates to his sons.
Especially because the firstborn Guinea is a boy,
The
right?
boy.
It'll be very interesting to find
And
out
their
what
relationship
is their
is-
relationship like, how intimate is their relationship, and even growing up with your eldest brother. How is your eldest brother in terms of his sensitivity and
He is
expressing his
very-
feelings and
He
all
is
that?
his, but to us, his sisters and his siblings, I'd say, the way that I know him is a little like my dad. He's very expressive. My brother
Okay.
will tell me that he loves me, give me a hug,
Yeah.
wish me well, talk to me about things.
Because we are males, I don't know whether it's the testosterone or whatever's in us, it makes us less
receptive.
Sensitive.
Receptive to love.
No, that's different. I think that's different.
Okay.
I think being receptive to love, because even thugs need love, you know? Even
I
a
don't
thug
know.
need love too. Feel me? Yeah, I mean, igebengu. If you look at Amakinza and people like that, you know, and you look at their relationships with some of their girlfriends, tribe, you can tell that they have feelings as well. So I don't think it's a
receiving of love thing.
I don't think it's got to
It's
do
the
with love.
expressing of how
I think it's
really
expressing
feel.
feelings. It's being in touch with and expressing feelings where we are not. That's why I feel we can use not better even. Which I doubt your dad, his approach and expression of love towards you would be equal to what he's given to his sons. Not to say he loves them differently
Or any less.
Maybe it is differently, but it's not to say he loves them any less. But the way in which you express is a bit different. You know what I'm saying? It's that love you, kid. You know, versus my angel.
Okay,
and
yeah. Okay, but now back to the mental health thing.
mental health. Yeah.
How is your mental health?
Me?
Yes.
We're in a therapy session.
No, we're not.
Tribe.
No, are you able to decipher that I'm in a good mental state, I'm in a bad mental state, or it's just zash?
You know what? For me, this mental thing is still new. I still feel like I'm not. it's a snap out of it type of thing where
But from what you've gathered,
do
are you
100
able
push-ups and
is it something that you can snap out of?
it's easier said than done. I think I'm learning now that Lende mental health is deeper than what we see from the surface, it's not as cut and paste as it looks. So it's not a thing of snap out of it. It's not as easy as that. I'm coming to realize that it's okay. Actually, it happens with you have issues and you not as easily able to deal with those issues as you know what I mean. You're not able to just on your own.
Like
at
when you're
times.
hungry, just eat and.
Yeah. If you're upset, go take a walk. Walk it out. It's not as easy as that. So, look, I don't want to talk about my mental state, but I'm realizing that there's actually things that need some work. And some things you come to a realization after trying on your own, you would say, okay,
I need extra help.
I need a boost here now from someone who knows better.
Do you feel that society is helping men or has created an environment? I know we've spoken about how times were different then and how times are changing and men are becoming more softer and are opening up to talking about themselves and whatever. Now society, you also mentioned about what society expects you to be, the man, to be the front liner, to be the lion, to be this. Do you think that society is moving towards a direction where we are creating an atmosphere safe enough for you guys to express weakness, to be weak, that I can't do this?
Kanjani is just jonga super weak. How are we able to express ourselves? Just jonga.
No, but like for real though, do you feel that society is or it's still the same, or there's still a lot of work to be done?
In terms of
allowing for men
a safe space.
Yes.
For men to
safely
express their
allowing
feelings.
men to express their feelings, go through their mental down whatever, and it's still.
I think there isn't any space. Maybe there is a bit, but I just observing. And again, everything I say, right, is not. I'm not expert on anything.
I know.
I just base life based off my observations.
And that's why you here, so that
my
you
exposure.
can. That's why you are here and not the whole world, because
I
I want you to tell me from your point of view.
From what I've seen. From what I've seen, there isn't really a safe space where, as a man, you are able to express your feelings, other than when you're with your person. I'll give you an example. I am 33 years old. In my 33 years of life, for the first time this year, I have seen one of my brothers, like a different side to him in terms of the emotional and the feelings and the being in touch. And speaking to his partner, she's told me things that I never knew about him. What? It's like, hey boy, your brother's very emotional. I'm like, who? That nigga? That dude is, he's not, I got my feelings, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like, in terms of the world, there isn't much of a maybe there is, we're just not comfortable. We don't feel comfortable.
You know, that's making me think of, right? It's making me think of, maybe you guys use this whole I'm strong, I can take care of everything as a cover-up. Y'all are more comfortable being seen as strong. And you more.
But we expect it to be strong. So
who's expecting you to be strong?
I feel society expects a man to be strong.
And then you live by society's expectations, hurting yourself in the process. Do you realize that?
We don't think that way. So that's the thing.
Do you realize that?
No. Not really.
Do you know it now?
Now in hindsight, I realize, okay. But
because
I
know,
even for myself, with what I've come to know, I still realize, let's go, let's get it, let's go. We need to it's still go time. So as much as I have that now exposure and knowledge, which are actually, this thing is deep. I don't
need to be on the go. I need to attend to myself.
I need to take a step back and deal and make sure that I'm good here. However, there is still a huge part of me that is still, hey, come on,
even when you're not really together.
Even when you're not together. So that's why I say that the world that we exposed to as men doesn't really give us much of a luxury to.
What would it take though?
Take a step back.
What would it take for guys to feel that it's okay, man? Like, it's okay. Fuck what society wants and expects, and you are human too. You know, you need to be taken care of too, because they say you can't pour from an empty glass.
Yeah.
The reason why so many of the men are abusing women is because they're so empty, and we've drained so much as society out of you guys, and the projection of the abuse, which is the abuse.
See, even that's another conversation on its own.
The projection,
Abuse, and gender-based violence.
I feel it's a projection of the cries that are inside. So what would it take for you guys to really now get to a point where it's like, fuck everything, I need to deal with me, you know? I can't be go. I can't be expected to carry this whole family. I can't be expected to carry everybody. Like, I'm dying inside too. I was abused as a child. I never attended to that. I saw this happening. My mom was being this. Like, because it's a number of things that have accumulated in your minds, in your hearts, that you have not unpacked, dealt with, that has
confronted
that have made you to become the people that you are now. What would it take to get you to a point where you're like, screw everything, let me deal with me?
Conversation. I honestly think it starts with
But
conversation.
how open are you to conversation?
We're not.
About that.
We talking about me or men?
Men in general.
I feel men, again, I'm speaking about black men. I don't know. White dudes, maybe it's different. It's different, it's not the same, it's different, oaks. But I feel for black men, we don't, it's still early days. So I feel for us, the first step is conversation, where you are able to...
Alone,
because
or
I feel
together?
No, together. So that's why you have movements where men gather and they sit and guys,
how
we
open
need
are
to
you
treat
guys to
our
those
women
things
better.
though?
Those things happen. Those things do happen. Those conversations take place. So it's still early days. Like I say, it's still early days, right? But I feel like that's the first step, is having a conversation to say, bafowethu, ni right, right mfowethu, wena mfowethu grand, where are you in terms of moya wakho mfowethu, right? Awufuna ukhala, khala mfowethu mufuna ukhala.
It's okay.
You understand? Kulungile mfowethu, yabo? So I feel like we need to start there and create small pockets of groups, like of people, where you are able to then have an intimate when we have a big group, the testosterone kicks in. That's what I've noticed as well. That's why you'll find a lot of men are able to express themselves one-on-one.
So you can't really do it.
But when we're in a group, the testosterone kicks in. It's the ego, it's the manhood, it's the alpha male, it's the king of the jungle.
Even among men, you still want to be the alpha male.
It's not that, sometimes it's not even a thing of want, it's a thing of...
It just happens on its own?
We're in the jungle now, you understand? And
must be hard
the
being
testosterone
a man.
kicks in, and you...
It must be very difficult being a man.
Nah, well, we don't know any... I wouldn't know. I don't know any difference.
Dude, let's continue this some other time. I'm tired.
Okay.
It's late. I have work tomorrow. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate your honesty. I really appreciate you and the friendship that you've offered me and the insights that you've offered me into the life of men and life from a different point of view, and the amount of lessons that you've taught me. I really appreciate this, and I hope this is not the last time. I hope I'll convince you again to do this, and again and again and again.
First and last.
No, it's not. And yeah, thank you very much. Don't do that.
Sorry.
Thank you very much for your time. I really, really appreciate it. Remember, guys.
Like, follow, subscribe,
leave a
comment.
Thank you very much, dude.
Instagram.
Thank you, man.
This was not easy.
Thank you.